Have you ever felt like life is just too hard? Like the problems keep piling up and there is no way out? Like the darkness will never end and the pain will never stop? Before you lose hope, I need you to hear something that could change everything for you. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because I am going to share a powerful truth that has helped millions of people get through their darkest moments. This is not just motivation. This is a divine promise from your Creator. Life is full of challenges. Every single person on this planet, without exception, faces hardship at some point. You might be struggling financially, barely making ends meet, wondering how you will pay the next bill. You might be facing health issues, dealing with pain that nobody else can see or understand. You might be heartbroken, dealing with the loss of a loved one or the end of a relationship. You might be struggling with your own inner demons, fighting battles in your mind that nobody knows about. Whatever your struggle is, I want you to know that you are not alone, and more importantly, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. In the Qur'an, Allah gives us one of the most beautiful and comforting promises ever made. He tells us that with hardship comes ease. But He does not just say it once. He repeats it twice in the same passage. For indeed, with hardship comes ease. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. Why the repetition? Because Allah knows how we are. He knows that when we are in pain, we forget. When we are struggling, we lose sight of hope. When we are in the darkness, we cannot imagine the light. So He repeats this promise to emphasize it, to make it stick in our hearts, to remind us that this is an absolute certainty. Now let me tell you something powerful about the Arabic language that will blow your mind. In these verses, when Allah mentions hardship, He uses a specific grammatical form that indicates the hardship with a definite article. But when He mentions ease, He uses an indefinite form which indicates an ease or simply ease without restriction. The scholars of the Arabic language and Qur'an have explained what this means. It means that one hardship is mentioned, but ease is mentioned in a general, unrestricted way. One single hardship will be followed by multiple forms of ease. One difficulty will be overcome by many reliefs. There is a famous saying based on this understanding that one hardship cannot overcome two eases. The hardship you are facing right now, no matter how big it seems, no matter how overwhelming it feels, is just one hardship. And Allah has promised that it comes with not just one ease, but ease upon ease upon ease. You might not see it yet, you might not feel it yet, but it is coming. It is already written. It is already decided. Your relief is on its way. Think about the nature of hardship and ease. Have you ever noticed that the darkest part of the night is just before dawn? The coldest part of winter comes just before spring begins to break through. The most intense part of the storm is often right before it passes. This is the pattern of life. This is the pattern that Allah has placed in His creation. And the same applies to our personal struggles. When you feel like you have hit rock bottom, when you feel like things cannot get any worse, that is often the sign that a change is coming. That is often when the breakthrough is closest. But here is something we need to understand. The promise is not that hardship will come and then ease will come later. The promise is that with hardship comes ease. They come together. Even while you are in the middle of your difficulty, there are elements of ease present if you look for them. You might be sick, but you have people who care for you. You might be poor, but you have food to eat today. You might be heartbroken, but you have faith that keeps you going. You might be struggling, but you are still breathing, still alive, still able to make supplications to the one who can change everything in an instant. This is why gratitude is so important, especially during hard times. When you train yourself to see the blessings that exist alongside your trials, you start to notice that ease is already there. It has always been there, and acknowledging it opens the door for more ease to come. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us that whoever is grateful, Allah will increase them. Gratitude in hardship is not about denying your pain. It is about recognizing that your pain is not the complete picture. There is always something to be thankful for, and that something is a form of ease accompanying your hardship. Let me share something important about why hardship exists in the first place. Allah did not create us and then abandon us to suffer for no reason. Everything happens with wisdom and purpose. Sometimes hardship comes as a test. Allah wants to see how we will react. Will we turn to Him or turn away? Will we remain patient or fall into despair? Will we keep our faith or lose hope? The trials we face are opportunities to prove our love for Allah. Anyone can worship when life is easy, but the true believers are those who remain faithful even when life gets hard. Sometimes hardship comes as a purification. We all make mistakes. We all have sins. And Allah in His mercy uses the difficulties of this world to cleanse us of our sins so that we can meet Him pure. The Prophet told us that no fatigue, no disease, no worry, no sadness, no hurt, no distress befalls a Muslim, not even the prick of a thorn, except that Allah removes some of his sins because of it. Your struggle right now might be erasing sins that you have forgotten about. Your pain right now might be saving you from punishment in the hereafter. Would you not prefer to suffer a little in this temporary world if it means being saved from suffering in the eternal hereafter? Sometimes hardship comes as a redirection. You were going down a path that was not good for you, and Allah blocked that path to guide you to something better. You did not get the job you wanted, so you ended up in a different job where you met your future spouse. You went through a health scare that forced you to change your lifestyle and ultimately saved your life. You lost something you thought you needed, only to